I am still here, believe it or not. And I'm going to get these videos kick-started again because, let's face it, as far as I'm concerned, it's been way too long. So I'm going to show you a number. And this is a significant number for two reasons. 150. Now apparently, that's how long a week is. If you watch my last video, I was going to post the next week. It's been, when this video goes up, 150 days since then. Now, there's a lot happened in that time, which I shall come to in a little minute. But the other thing I found out about this, I'm not sure if you're aware, this is classed as an angel number or lucky number of some description. Now, I've not got any specific beliefs or faith or anything like that. I'm quite easygoing, each to their own. Believe what you want, doesn't bother me. But this, like I say, is an angel number, which apparently signifies new starts, new jobs, new beginnings, new projects, and it's a sign of success. Somehow, I'm not entirely sure. I'll probably do some more digging into it and hang on to some thin, slim hope that it could do me a favour. But basically, that's what we're doing, or that's what I'm doing, is a bit of a rebirth, a bit of a restart for Innovocean and for the channel and for everything in life. I think we've all got to look at things differently. But first, I guess I should really catch you up on what happened after that last video. So I did that little 2 or 3 day job that I mentioned, if you bothered to watch that last video. And I came home for a couple of weeks and nothing much happened that I could film. Wasn't quite sure where everything was going offshore, so I ended up going away for Christmas and New Year. That's 3 Christmases and 2 New Years in a row, or the other way around, something like that. That I've been away from my family, which is a bit of a hard pill to swallow, if I'm honest, but needs must, and I had to go away. So that was fine. I went away, came back early January, and was getting ready to start stuff here. And then various different things happened, including at one point my 18-year-old son took a bout of sepsis, which is very strange at somebody of that age, and ended up in Aberdeen intensive care in septic shock, which was a bit of a fright, a bit scary. I'm glad it happened then and not now, as I'm sure you can understand. I'd rather it didn't happen at all. But so I had to deal with that, and then the offshore work kind of dwindled out. Travel restrictions became the norm, and then got tighter. And basically, like the rest of you, everything's kind of been thrown up in the air with this whole COVID-19 thing. So fortunately for me, I'm the only person that works in the workshop, which is why I'm back in here today. And I'm taking advantage of the time that I've been given to see if I can make a change going forward, restructure things slightly, change the timeline and the plans of what I had, because if I'm honest, January, February time, this wasn't looking too positive. I was probably pretty much going to wrap things up. But now that I can't work offshore, for the time being anyway, I've got to do something, and I've got to try and build something, and what better time than right now. I will say though that if you're one of these people who is using the time of self-isolation to learn new skills or binge watch box sets, how on earth are you managing to do that? We've got 6 of us living in a house. We barely have time to wipe our bums after we've been to the toilet, so I don't know how you're doing it. I'm struggling to fit this in, but I need to, because it's what I need to do, and it gives me something to film and something to share on YouTube, and hopefully entertain, like, very loosely speaking, entertain the people who watch it. And if you're at a loose end and you want something to do and you want something to grow, hopefully I'll inspire you to do something similar. So that's where we're at. So we had Christmas away, New Year away, hospital trips with the boy, and then COVID-19. That pretty much wraps that up then, doesn't it? So I guess we should look to what's going to happen now. So looking forward, basically. Now that my time offshore has been limited, shall we say, I'm trying to pull forward what I was going to do with Innovocean as a business a little bit, to see if I can grow something that means I can spend more time at home sooner than I was planning on doing, whilst still maintaining some kind of income and lifestyle. It's not an easy challenge, I'm aware it's not an easy challenge, but I'm willing to give it a go, and I'm putting some time in to do that. So the last week or so, I've been working pretty hard on the website. I'm pretty fortunate from that point of view because I am my own web developer, because that's the other thing I do. So I'm right in the middle of getting the e-commerce stuff done on the website and making some progress on that. And I've been catching up on some YouTube, taking some inspiration and finding out some new tips and tricks and stuff like that I'm hoping to use. But what I will say is that I had all these great ideas for this channel, and some of them are going to have to change because, let's face it, I'm only learning filmmaking myself, so I'm not the best person to be teaching other people to do it, or even attempting to do so would be a bit cheeky. I'm also not an already proven successful entrepreneur that's made it in business and has Lamborghinis and private jets. That's something I'm still learning how to do, and I think you always are learning to do. I don't think you ever actually learn at all. But that's the process. I don't want the private jets, by the way. That was a joke. But I do want some level of happiness and some level of success that's being grown by me, which is what this is all about. So the website's coming on. The website is hopefully going to be finished in the next few days. And I'm spending the other time reapproaching some suppliers and potential partners via email and telephone and stuff to see what relationships I can build, people I can work with, that kind of thing, especially given the limitations of what we can do and what we can't do just now. Just trying to make the best productive use of my time that I can. I've also got some ideas for these things, not that I can go out and explore anywhere, but I do have the pool here in the workshop, and I do have some little cheap toys like this one that I'm going to try and get some filming done with. Maybe do some review videos, work on some market material. I do need tips from you guys out there that do film and photo stuff. The acoustics in this workshop are atrocious. The lighting is atrocious. Even the acoustics in the office is not the best. So if any of you have got any tips on dulling down the noise in a space like this, I would be very grateful. And likewise, if you've ever done product photography, that's something I'm going to have to learn in the near future. So any hints, tips, links to videos, all that kind of stuff, stick it down in the description. Gratefully received. And also stick down there what you've been doing. If you've been managing to find time to develop new skills, or maybe take the time to actually sit back and think if the job that you are doing is the job that you want to do, and maybe using the time to try and find what direction you do want to take yourself. And that's the best way that I can think of to take a positive from what is, let's face it, quite a negative situation that we're in. I'm trying my best. I'm hoping that I'm passing that on to the rest of my family, that you've got to, just double down and go for something and try and make the best of what is a bad situation. So, and I've seen lots of it on YouTube, lots of other creators that are out there trying to do something to put a positive spin on things, and all power to the elbow. Let's try and entertain people and drive them forward. So I think I'll call it a day, actually, on this video right now. It really was just to get the ball rolling, just to say hi, hope you're doing well, hope you're staying safe, and share some ideas with me. Tell me what you've been up to, tell you what you thought I'd been up to, if I'd vanished, if I'd disappeared, or what. Just get some communication going with me. I'm going to start being a bit more active on other platforms as well. I've got plans to use both the Unlikely Vlogger and the Innovocean Instagram a lot more, and I'm hovering about on Twitter usually as well. Always keen to chat to folk and interact with folk. I'm just aware it's early days still, so there's not a huge amount of people to do that with, but I'm there. Reach out to me, have a chat. I'd love to find out who does actually watch, what your interests are, and where you're going. So for now, I'll get back to coding some web stuff, and I'll let you back to watching whatever box set it is you're watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy.